Tarzan is Anna and Elsa's brother. Tarzan might be Anna and Elsa's little brother. No joke. Frozen tells you their parents drowned at sea. But watch that scene again. You never see the wreck. You never see the bodies. The movie cuts straight to their funeral. So fans asked one question. What if they didn't die? Here's the strange part. Chris Buck directed Frozen. He also directed Tarzan first. And Tarzan opens with a shipwrecked couple raising a baby boy. Same director, two shipwrecks. Fans connected them fast. What if the parents washed up in that jungle? What if Tarzan is their brother? It sounds insane. Then someone asked Buck straight out. He didn't laugh. He told the whole story. The mother was pregnant when the ship sank. She gave birth on the boat. They drifted off course and landed in the jungle. They built a treehouse. A leopard killed them. Their baby grew up raised by gorillas. That boy becomes Tarzan. Buck admits it isn't official. He called it his fun little world. But sit with that. The one man who made both movies said yes. And the parents surviving isn't even the darkest secret here. Because the cutest characters in this movie, they might be the real villains. The trolls are the real villains. The sweetest characters in Frozen may have caused every tragedy in it. The trolls. Follow the story closely, and they might be why the whole family breaks. Go to the night it all starts. Young Elsa hits Anna with magic by accident. The parents panic. They rush both girls to the trolls. Watch what Grandpappy actually does. He reaches into Anna's head. He erases every memory of Elsa's powers. His words, "I'll leave the fun," little Elsa asks, scared. But she won't remember I have powers?
But she won't remember I have powers?
It's for the best.
Think about the cost. These sisters were inseparable. Now one of them forgets the truth completely. That erased memory keeps them apart for years. Then Pappy turns to Elsa. He warns her, fear will be your enemy. But watch the same moment. He shows her a vision of people attacking her for her gift. So he tells a scared little girl not to be afraid, right after handing her something to fear. And that fear is what makes her powers deadly for years. Yes, the parents lock her away too, but the trolls lit the match. Their help erased a sister and planted the fear that nearly froze a kingdom. That's the darkness. Now here's a secret hiding in plain sight. It's stitched right into the characters' names. The names hide. Hans Christian Andersen. Say 4 of these characters' names out loud, and you'll find a hidden message. Disney buried it on purpose. Frozen comes from an old fairy tale. It's called The Snow Queen. Hans Christian Andersen wrote it in 1844. Disney wanted to honor him, but they didn't just list his name in the credits. They hid it inside the cast. Look at the 4 main characters. Hans, Kristoff, Anna, Sven. Now say them fast, in that order. Hans, Kristoff, Anna, Sven, Hans Christian Andersen. The author's name spreads across the whole cast. It's not a coincidence. It's a deliberate tribute, and it runs deeper than the sound. Think about who got those names. Kristoff and Sven are loyalty and friendship. Hans is the false love that nearly destroys everything. Anna is the heart of the story. So the author isn't just named. He lives in the good and the bad of the film. And Anna herself is a tribute too. Disney based her on Gerda from the original tale. Gerda sets out to save someone she loves. Same mission, new name. So Andersen never left. He's been standing in the movie the whole time. That one's fun. The next hidden detail isn't. It might be the saddest thing in the entire film. Olaf is their love brought to life. Fans had a wild theory about Olaf. Then the director admitted it was true. Olaf looks like pure comic relief, a goofy snowman dreaming about summer. But he might be the saddest character in Frozen. Go back to the start. Little Anna and little Elsa sneak downstairs. They build a snowman together. They name him Olaf. It's the happiest moment of their childhood. Then Elsa hurts Anna. The doors close. The sisters lose each other for years. Now watch Let It Go. Elsa finally feels free. What's the first thing she makes? A snowman. The same one. Olaf. This isn't a fan reach. The director explained it herself. The last happy thing the sisters did was build that snowman. So the second Elsa lets go, she runs back to that memory. Her words. Olaf is love that's pure, undamaged, and unhurt by life. Sit with that. Olaf isn't just a snowman. He's their love, frozen at its last perfect second. It's why he'd melt for Anna without a thought. It's why he says love means putting someone else first. He's built from that love. The silliest character is really a memory. The one good thing that survived this broken family. And the snowman isn't the only thing Frozen quietly connects. 2 guests at Elsa's party don't even belong in this movie. Frozen, Tangled, and The Little Mermaid share a universe. 2 guests at Elsa's coronation are from a completely different movie. Blink, and you'll miss them. A woman with short brown hair. A man at her side. It's Rapunzel and Flynn, straight out of Tangled. So why are they at Elsa's party? Fans built a whole theory to explain it. Start with a fact. Frozen's director confirmed the parents sailed off to a wedding. But whose wedding? Rapunzel and Flynn show up as guests. Many think the parents died going to theirs. Now trace the map. Arendelle is Norway. Rapunzel's kingdom is Germany. Sail between them and you pass Denmark. And Denmark is where The Little Mermaid takes place. Remember the sunken ship Ariel explores? Some fans swear it's the same wreck. Anna and Elsa's parents, resting on the ocean floor. 3 movies, 1 tragic voyage. It's a beautiful theory. Then Frozen 2 arrived and broke it. The sequel reveals there was no wedding. The parents were hunting the source of Elsa's magic, and their ship isn't underwater. You find it crashed on dry land far up north. So the clues are real. The answer just got stranger. But the biggest secret in Frozen isn't about the parents. It's about Elsa herself. And it was never really about ice. Elsa's powers were never about ice. Elsa's ice powers have nothing to do with ice. Stay with me. They're about hiding a part of yourself, the part the world tells you to bury. Listen to the actual words. Conceal, don't feel. Don't let them in, don't let them see. That's not how you describe magic. That's how you describe shame. 2 readings of Elsa took over the internet. Both fit perfectly. The first is identity. Elsa is born different. She's taught to hide it. She fakes being the good girl. She locks herself away for years. Then, Let It Go hits. She stops hiding and becomes herself. Millions read that as a coming-out story. Fans even begged Disney to give Elsa a girlfriend. The second reading is mental health. The panic, the isolation, the fear of hurting people you love. Anyone with anxiety feels that in their bones. Here's what makes it land harder. Disney first wrote Elsa as a full villain. Then the writers wrote Let It Go from an emo place. The director heard it once. She rewrote the entire movie around Elsa. Frozen stopped being good versus evil. It became acceptance versus fear. That's why Elsa hit so hard. She was never about snow. Now look at the one character the movie begs you to trust. You shouldn't. 7. Hans was the villain. From frame 1, you already know Hans turns evil. What you missed is that the movie told you in his very first scene. Start with the music. Every main character gets a song. Anna, Elsa, Kristoff, even Olaf. Each song reveals who they really are. Hans gets one duet, and he just mirrors Anna. He tells her exactly what she wants to hear. He never gets an honest song of his own, because he never shows you his real self. Then look at his goal. Hans is the 13th son of a king, 13th in line. He'll never inherit a thing at home, so he needs a throne somewhere else. A lonely princess is his fastest way in. Watch how fast he moves. He proposes the day they meet. That's not romance. That's a man who found a target. And here's the design secret. Disney built Hans to break the Prince Charming myth. For decades, the handsome stranger was always the hero. Hans proves a perfect face can hide an empty heart. The clues sit there on a second watch. The rush, the missing song, the manners that feel a little too smooth. The movie didn't trick you. It dared you to notice. But a fraud who'd kill for a crown isn't the worst thing in this world. In the sequel, Disney hid an actual murder. Frozen 2 hides a buried atrocity. A children's movie hid a cold-blooded murder. It's Frozen 2. It looks like a fun trip to a magic forest. Underneath, it's about a kingdom built on a crime. It starts with a bedtime story. Anna and Elsa's grandfather was King Runerd. He once gave a gift to the North Oldra. They're the native people of the forest. They live close to the land and its magic. His gift was a giant dam, a symbol of peace between two peoples. Except, it was a lie. Runerd feared their magic. He thought people with power can't be controlled. So the dam was never a gift. It was a weapon. It choked the forest and drained their resources. It left an entire people desperate. Then it gets worse. At the peace celebration, Runerd killed their leader. Cold blood. No warning. He started a war and blamed the natives. Even his own soldiers never knew the truth. For 34 years, the forest stayed cursed and sealed, all to bury one king's secret. Elsa finally uncovers it, and Anna says the hard part out loud. They have to destroy the dam, even if it floods their own kingdom, even if Arendelle pays for what their family did. A kid's movie asked a brutal question. What do you owe the people your ancestors betrayed? That's the real story hiding under the ice.